or good evening, depending on which part of the world you are seeing my video from. Welcome to Enuani Cultural Forum, where we promote the rich cultural heritage of the Igbo people, where we promote the rights of the Igbo people as well. Everything that concerns the Igbo people, this is where we speak about it. And today, I'm going to bring you very good news, or I'm bringing you a very good news. Although you may have heard this news, but I want you to hear it from this perspective. Activist Omoyele Sowore has declared his support for Nnamdi Kanu, but this is no news because this is not his first time of mentioning that he is in support of what the young man is doing. But today, he declared that he is willing to set aside his political differences for the common good of the Igbo people, for the common good of our own brother, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Some of you will say, why am I talking about Nnamdi Kanu? Am I an IPOB member? Are you supporting what they are doing? Because these are some of the blackmail words that you will hear, and somebody say, no, I'm not one of them. Oh. What are they doing? Or what is he advocating for? What is he advocating for peacefully that other people have not advocated for in this same country in a very violent way? What? So a man says, I don't like the way you have treated my people. The other day here, I exposed to us how Alex Ekwueme was the last Igbo man to smell the presidency. When I mean presidency, I mean president or vice president. Alex Ekwueme. Was that not like a lifetime ago? Was that not like a lifetime ago? I think that should be 1982 or thereabouts. The last Igbo man to smell Nigeria's presidency, and that was vice president Alex Ekwueme. How does that seem, or how does that look to you? When we return to this present political dispensation that started in 1999, Olusegun Obasanjo, a Yoruba man, was elected president. His vice, of course, Atiku Abubakar, is from Adamawa State, an Hausa man. And then naturally it seemed that the third position will go to an Igbo man. And then we had our brother, I think that was when we had Chuba Okadibo as the Senate president. Since then we have had Adolphus Wabara as Senate president, Anyim Pius Anyim, Ken Nnamani, different kinds of Igbo people, because it was our compensation. So the then president was rotating it from state to state. He gave where? He gave to Imo State. We had our Anyim Pius Anyim. He gave to Enugu State. We had Ken Nnamani. And I think Okadibo is from Anambra State. This was how we had different kinds of Igbo people occupying that position, and we felt the Senate presidency was our birthright. Until these people saw that, we can even take away the Senate presidency. What would they do? They are not united. And they took away the Senate presidency. Such that, as it stands now, you cannot point to one Igbo man. The presidency, we are not there. Vice presidency, we are not there. Senate president, we are not there. Speaker of House of Reps, we are not there. So where are we as a people? Where do we stand? The presidency has come to the south 2 times now. The first time it came, as I discussed, it was Obasanjo, who did 8 years. When he left office, he handed over to Yaradua. Because of ill health, Yaradua could not continue. And then, that was when we had Goodluck Azikiwe, Jonathan. That one because of the wisdom that Igbos are excluded, added Igbo names to himself, although he has the names from birth. Goodluck Ebele, Azikiwe, Jonathan. So they assumed him Igbo and they gave him all the support. He became president. He did 6 years. He went out. His vice again, somebody from the north, from Kaduna State. We had our brother Namadi Stambo from Kaduna. They finished their tenure. An Hausa man took over. This Hausa man, Buhari, who said, we are a dot nation. We are just like a dot in a circle. His vice president, a Yoruba man, Yemi Osibanjo. When he finished again, and the tongue came back to the south, we expected a southerner, not just a southerner from Igbo land to be the president. And that was how you saw that our brother, His Excellency Peter Obi, got as many votes as he could, because those were votes people cast in expectation that this presidency will go to the south, not just the south, to the Igbos, because we have been so marginalized. But what did they do? They rigged him out, because I will not say he lost the election. He did not lose any election. He was rigged out. And then they brought in a Yoruba man. No problem. Yoruba man is now on the saddle. He is the president. An Hausa man from Borno State is his vice president. You will naturally expect that the Senate presidency will now come to Ndibo, but no, it didn't come to Ndibo. Despite all the cries of Odjus Okalo, some of them who betrayed their own brother with the belief that they will hand them over the Senate presidency as a reward. He lost out in the race to become the Senate president. They gave it to Godswill Akpabio. Whether that one knows that he's a Senate president today or not, I don't know. But he is the Senate president. What is left? House of Reps. They also gave that one away. And then gave one Carlo from Abia State. I think is the deputy minority leader or majority leader. And he's threatening the governor of Abia State here and there. In this same country, somebody comes up to say, we are being marginalized. We are being oppressed. We are not well represented in government. We do not have a voice that speaks for us. Give us adequate representation, or set our people free. Give them their own country. Go. We don't want to be part of you, since you do not want to include us. That was definitely what Nnamdi Kanu was doing. Whatever manner he went about it, whether he was threatening, insulting, he did not kill anybody. He did not wield weapons. Today, people are wielding weapons and saying the same thing, and government is negotiating with them. The same government that incarcerated him, court has set him free, and they still hold on to him. This is the genesis of the problem in Igbo land, the genesis of the insecurity in Igbo land, the genesis of the strife in Igbo land. It was caused by injustice. It is your court that set him free. You don't want to let him go. Now the people are saying he is sick. Allow him to have access to medical care. Your own medical care, you say no. You will not set him free. You will not allow him to have access to a medical facility that you are in control of. This is somebody you arrested in a Gestapo manner in Kenya and extradited him illegally to Nigeria. You have not been able to assimilate or accelerate the trial. You are holding him captive, causing unrest in his place, and you expect the people to keep calm. All the elected members of the National Assembly who are from Igbo land should bury their head in shame. As long as you have not spoken up about this, you are not qualified to represent even your family, not to talk of representing a people, a constituency. So today, somebody who is not an Igbo man, who has been speaking up against this injustice, decides to throw his hat into the ring and say, I do not have political enemies anymore. As long as you are interested in let us go together to demand for the release of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, come in, I will join the race. I will lead my own people to join you. This is what Omoyele Sowore has openly come out to say. So I expect that all the 5 governors in the Southeast and all the 13 governors in the Igbo-speaking states should join this fight, should join this man to do this, to go and demand for the release of this young man. If you know what you did with Adeleke and Adeleye and Adeyemi, do the same thing to Kanu. Do the same thing to Chukwuma. The same way you set Sunday Igboho free, and he's a free man wherever he is. It was in the same period that our brother Maazị Nnamdi Kanu was talking about the emancipation of the Ndi Igbo, the rights and freedom of Ndi Igbo. But if you cannot include them in governance, if you feel so uncomfortable having them as part of you, you should let them go. It is a fundamental human right to seek for self-determination. So, I don't know why it is difficult as a country to say what you are seeking for cannot be granted. And then they let you go. Or let us have a referendum to decide whether what you're saying reflects the mindset of the people. He is just the person speaking about this. This ideology has been born before him. The ideology of an Igbo man feeling oppressed in the place called Nigeria predates his birth. So don't think that by holding him, you are holding down the ideology. Once an ideology is born, it is born. Nothing can take it away. The demise or the incarceration of the person living the idea is not the death of an idea. The idea continues to live. In fact, if he eventually spills the blood of the person living an ideology, his blood is like fuel, is like fertilizer watering the roots of the tree of freedom. How long do you think you can hold an ideology back? How long? These are people who are crying against obvious marginalization like I listed out. This is an obvious marginalization. Obvious marginalization of people. Now, you have a nation where these people are actively involved in. Everywhere you go in Nigeria, you will see them. Igbos did not move to Yoruba land 20 years ago. No. Igbos did not move to Yoruba land 40 years ago. No. Igbos have been in Yoruba land. Sir Louis Chukwuemeka, Sir Louis Ojukwu, the father of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, the leader of Biafra, the then commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Republic of Biafra, defunct from 1967 to 1970. His own father, biological father, had millions of dollars of investment in Lagos State while he was alive. With him came numerous Igbo people to Lagos State as well. These people are not in any forest. Igbos in every state are in well-established places. If they come to a place that is not established, they establish that place. If an Igbo man comes to your community today to sell provision shop, for instance, if what he is selling is shoe, before the next 10 years, be sure that you will have 10 shoe shops in that your community, because he will settle his boys and they will go and establish themselves. This is what an Igbo man brings to the table everywhere they are. How is it now that you will welcome these people, sell your land to them, give them C of O, certificate of occupancy, they develop that plot, build a house, paint it, and then you wake up and say the house that they have gotten C of O for is an illegally occupied property. Thank you so much, my brother Wilsman Ahmed. I really need to drink water, as you said. So let me take a little time to go and get water and drink. Thank you so much. I actually had to go and drink water. An advice from my brother. I really needed to drink water because I was just so upset. I finished making a long video which I will post, and then I decided to do a live broadcast to talk about this. It is indeed very, very painful. Very, very painful that in a nation where we are together as a people, thank you so much. In a nation where we are together as a people, a group of people come together to say this place is not developed, let's go and get a plot. That is what Igbo people usually do. They move to that place as a group, establish that place. Maybe it's an estate they want to build, establish an estate, and then start selling it, and then the government decides, oh, no, 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 how did we even do this? Igbo people have taken everything we have, let's chase them away. And then they revoke that license and start demolition without even thinking of how to compensate these people. When you see them on social media crying, it doesn't end on social media. Some of these people go ahead to do extraordinary things. It is not in our culture to commit suicide. Otherwise, you would have been seeing so many Igbo people committing suicide. If not that it is against Igbo culture to commit suicide, what the government is doing every day to frustrate the Igbo man is enough for them to be committing suicide every day. Every day you would have been hearing news of suicide, whether in Onitsha, whether in Lagos, whether in Abuja, whether in Kaduna, in Kanu. Every of these places you go to, you will see Igbos, not inside the bush, inside a building where they have developed doing business in that place. Even some of them are in the waters. If you go to Bonny, you will see them. Anywhere you go to, you will see an Igbo man doing legitimate business. So why are we trying always to frustrate them as a country? And then while you are frustrating them, somebody says, no, enough of this that you are doing to my people. I cannot take it anymore. Enough. And then the government decides to arrest that person and say, we will charge you to court. We will charge you to court. Since 2015, you have been on Nnamdi Kanu's case. Since 2020 that he was arrested, set free in 2021, you refuse to let him go. Till now, he has been in detention. And he has opened up that he is in solitary confinement. If he is not a person that is mentally strong, and he goes in for it, do you think it will be peaceful for you? Do you think that will bring peace to the country if something happens to him? Do we even act like people that want peace at all? Is this what will bring peace to the nation? If, for instance, as he's in detention, something happens to him, is that how we are going to have peace? I'm making this video and hoping that it gets to the right people who will take action. If you are a House of Assembly member in any state in Igbo land and you're keeping quiet about what is happening to your brother Nnamdi Kanu, whether you are from Abia, Imo, Delta, Bayelsa, Kogi, Benue, anywhere we have Igbo people, Edo State, and you are representing these Igbo people, and you are aware of what is happening to Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, and you're keeping quiet, you are the biggest fool there will ever be. If you are a National Assembly member, whether as House of Reps or Senate, and you're also keeping quiet, you are the biggest fool there will ever be. You are not fit to represent your family, not to talk of representing a constituency. Some of these constituencies have 4 local governments and up to 200 communities. You are not fit to represent your family, much more representing a constituency. So, if you are in any of these positions, you are a governor, you are a deputy governor, you have failed to take action like the governor of Abia State is doing, saying, I am his governor, he is from my state, I am taking necessary steps. Come together as governors. The same way you people came together to organize the election for Ohaneze Ndigbo, who have been quiet since, like a cemetery. Since after the election you people conducted for Ohaneze Ndigbo, I've not heard anything the president of Ohaneze Ndigbo is doing. In this regard, at least. I've not heard any way the Ohaneze Ndigbo president is projecting the agenda of Ndigbo. I've not heard him call out for the release of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu the same way I've heard Attorney Pere call out for the release of Sunday Igboho when he was in detention. I've not heard that. Why is it that when it comes to our own people, we decide to play it safe? I beg, we don't want trouble. Let's just see what we can do. Let's follow a peaceful process. This peaceful process that you're following is not wrong. How far are you going with it? Or it's just to talk with mouth and look good in front of everyone? It is very, very bad. So now a Yoruba man, Omoyele Sowore, is offering himself to lead youth to Abuja to say, please, please, release this man and let him go home. Let him go and get medical care first of all, before anything happens to him. And we will be saying a different thing. Since it takes a Yoruba man to call out for this, let our people lead it and let him join. Do not have the shame to allow him to lead this and you watch it on TV. If you watch it on TV, you are at home. Shame on you as an Igbo person. Where? If you sit down in your house and watch Omoyele Sowore, Dele Farotimi, and the rest Yoruba people come out to the streets to say, free Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, and you are sitting in your house as a governor, or a deputy governor, or a senator, where? Shame on you. Very big shame. If all of you should wake up. Tetenola. Tetenola. Today it is Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Just like yesterday it was Chukwuemeka Odumegwu. Tomorrow it can be you. For no reason. Yes, it's possible now because you are a governor. Are they not removing governors nowadays unconstitutionally? Have they not removed the governor of Rivers State for 6 months? Did the heavens fall? This is the injustice we sat down together to promote. By our silence, by, please, my hand no day. I beg, I no want trouble. I no want die. My wife just born. I never married. You know, sir, I never old. How long have I lived? My family depends on me. You always have excuse. Whenever it comes to what concerns your people, you must always have excuse. I'm saying this to you. Let this be a challenge to you. In case you're just joining me, this is Enuani Cultural Forum, and I'm encouraging you to please share this video to your audience. Let's see, let's have them contribute to it. In fact, let me take my own advice and share it as well to my own Facebook. I'm trying to share the video. So hello, thank you for joining us. In case you are just joining us, I'm sorry for that break. I had to share this live broadcast to my other social media handles. And I'm encouraging you to please take your time to like this video, share it to your own audience as well. And please drop us a comment in case you have a question or even a correction to make. In case what I'm saying, I do not understand it correctly, or there's an angle to it that I do not understand, please let me know here in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Give us a thumbs up, please. Share this video and drop your comment. My brother Danny Boy, I don't know, but I don't want to tilt towards that direction of saying, is it because the Igbo president is from Eche? Eche is also Igbo land now. He's an Ikwere man. He's also one of us. In fact, part of the reasons why I supported for somebody that is outside the 5 states of the Southeast to become president is so that they stop laughing at us. I am from Delta State. I am from Ubuluku in Delta State. When somebody says I am fake Igbo, I will laugh at the person's ignorance because my brother and uncle is from my mother's community. His name is Ambassador Ralph Uwetwe, was President General of Ohanaeze Ndị Igbo. Also, Dennis Chukwu Osadebe, who was the first premier of the Midwestern region, was one of the people that formed the Igbo Union that later led to Ohanaeze Ndị Igbo. So, And presently, an Igbo woman again from Ogwashuku is the President General of Ohaneze Igbo Women Wing. So when somebody says, I am not fully Igbo, I will laugh at the person because I have participated in Igbo things more than the person who is claiming to be from the 5 states. Those are just states. States do not define a geographical identity of a people. It is a political creation. Those who know cartography will understand very well that states were meant to just divide us. So, that Senator Azuta Mbata is from Rivers State does not mean he should not have the interest of Igbo people in Edo State at heart. Does not mean that he should not have the interest of Igbo people in the 13 states where Igbo people are found, and even outside the country at heart. It shouldn't be. He has been so quiet. He has not led any delegation. He has not shown that he has experience, having been a senator in this country called Nigeria, and also having political allies in those governors that it was claimed that they planted him. Those who planted him now, how far has he worked with them for the common good of Igbo? Please, if you're just joining us, this is Enuani Cultural Forum, and today we are talking about the support that Omoyele Sowore, Dele Farotimi, and all other Yoruba people are pouring in for our brother Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, and why this support should wake up our brothers who are Igbos, who are influential. Some of them are more influential than Omoyele Sowore. Some of them are more influential than Dele Farotimi. Some of them have a platform, but they do not want to be involved. They will say, the topic is very controversial. No, do you want to talk about it? Seriously. Seriously, my friend Hadani, it's just, you are saying the absolute truth. Because if Ohaneze Igbo National could not say anything, what about the states? I am from Delta State. I have had to ask them severally, who is the President General of Ohaneze Igbo Delta State chapter? Why do I not know his name? If he is prominent, if he is active, why have I not heard his name? It's only during elections that you will see such people trying to meet with politicians and collect something from them. It's just so sad. It's just so sad. The state's leadership of Ohaneze Igbo should come together. Since the national leadership wants to play politics and pranks, if Rivers State President Livingstone Weche comes close to the one in Delta State, the one in Edo State, the one in Bayelsa State, the one in Enugu, Imo, Abia, Ebonyi, and the rest, if they come together and say, no, we have had enough, this is what we want, the national presidency will speak up, or they will sit up, as the case may be. So I think what we are lacking is leadership across board, not just in one direction. It is not just about the failures of Senator Azuta Mbata. It is the failure of all the state leadership to sit up, to demand for what should benefit the Igbo people. If the presidency is zoned to the south, in 1999, Yoruba man picks it. Is from the southwest, became president for 8 years. After that, we had somebody from the south, the north, before it was truncated by ill health of President Musa Yar'Adua. And then we had somebody from the south-south. We have had southwest. Now we are having south-south, which was Goodluck Ebele Azikiwe Jonathan from the south-south. Mind you, don't mind the Azikiwe Adebele in his name. He's from Bayelsa State. And he's not even from the Igbo-speaking people of Bayelsa. He's an Ijoman. He has never failed to mention that he's an Ijoman. And he aligned with the Ijos and the Northerners very well. I cannot point to one thing to say this is what he did for us. He didn't build the second Niger bridge for us. There's nothing I will point out to say this was our benefit for having Dr. Goodluck Ebele Azikiwe Jonathan as president. He finished his term. I'm not judging him. Handed over to an Hausa man. An Hausa man wants to pick his vice. He picks Yoruba. Yemi Oshibanjo. They did solid 8 years. Now he wants the president to go to the south again. Another Yoruba man jumps out. Why are we avoiding Igbo? Why did an Igbo man contest election, win it, and he was rigged out, and everywhere became silent as if even himself said he doesn't want any trouble, he just wants to go home, and now he wants to come out again. For people to give you the mandate you cannot protect or you cannot fight for. So, what I'm saying in effect is this. We have been marginalized. It's not saying every time we're talking about marginalization, let's jump away from the state of self-pity. Okay? You have been marginalized, you have been marginalized. So the best thing to do is for you to seek inclusion or exclusion completely. It is either you include us or you let us go so that we can go and establish ourselves. That is the simple demand, and this is what this young man asked for. And you threw him in jail and kept him there and failed to give him a fair trial and failed to allow him access to medical facility. And you think you are punishing him. And you think if you take him away, the voice will die. The voice will not die. If you take him away, the voice will be magnified. It is as simple as that. If you have not studied about ideologies, go and study. He did not start this movement. He only keyed into a movement that even predates his birth. So, what Omoyele Sowore has asked for is for Igbo to bury their political differences. Not when they come out, this one will say, I am in Abuja. I don't have any business with people in APC. This one will say, I am PDP. I don't have business with people in Labour Party. Bury your political differences for the common good of Igbo land. After all, the aim of joining political parties is to bring in development to your place. If that is your aim, because the aim that they have in this part of the world is to go and loot and loot and loot and not do anything meaningful and not contribute anything to the society, to just go and loot. When they see that they are about to be removed, they join another party where their leadership will be sustained, and then they continue to loot. Either by appointment or by election, they will still continue in those offices where they can just do nothing but loot the resources of the people. So, if you are a leader or an ordinary man in Igbo land who has influence, who has a voice, come out, lend your support to this call for the release of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. The same way Yoruba people stood up and called for the release of Sunday Igboho, the same way Hausa people came out en masse and called for the release of El Zakzaki. These people are free men today. While your brother is in detention, if they talk, you say, don't talk about it. It's a very controversial topic. You know what those people are doing is not good. Pray nothing happens to that young man that is there. He is alive, and there is this insecurity. There is this anger among his followers. He is alive. Pray nothing happens to him by any means. What is keeping you going, self, is that they are seeing him in court once in a while to know that he is alive. Pray nothing happens to him. Pray that a rumor doesn't come out and they say something as a rumor. I'm not even saying a news, a rumor. Pray. While you continue to detain him unjustly, pray nothing happens to him. Because court has already set him free. I know about all these illegal detentions because I have on my own been detained. The fools who sought to intimidate me by arresting me did not do so in Asaba. I live in Delta State. We did not do so from Asaba or my hometown. We did not do so under the zonal command, which is Benin, Zone 5. We did not go to Benin, no. They went all the way to Abuja to arrest me. And they made sure it was a Sunday so that if I am arrested, I cannot get bail. And then they bundled me from Asaba to Abuja and kept me in detention actively for 4 days, despite all the pressure from my community that I should be released. The President General of my Community Development Association was on ground. Former DSS boss was in the office of the FID to tell them that this young man has no problem. He's just somebody who likes to advocate for the common good of my community. Former DSS boss, Mike Ejopo, from my hometown, he was there in Abuja at the FCID office to tell the commissioner that this young man is innocent. He's a very free and fair person. He's just an innocent person who may have just been illegally arrested. I never received any petition against me. I never saw any petition against me for these active 4 days that I was detained. Their aim was just to take away my mobile phones and suppress me and intimidate me so that I cannot talk anymore. They succeeded in taking my phones, succeeded in detaining me as well, but they couldn't break me. In fact, they gave me my phone in the first day I made a post. They said, oh, you are still posting. They took my phones. Finally, I have not seen the phones till now. So I know when somebody is illegally detained, how it feels. I was illegally detained, held hostage, sent free, sent away without hope of how I could bail myself, without hope of how I could feed or how I could transport myself. My means of communication was taken away from me by the Nigerian police force. This is the same situation your brother is in. I am talking about my own that lasted 7 days plus. This is your brother who has now been in detention for over 4 years. Was arrested illegally as I was arrested illegally. Was bundled from Kenya back to Nigeria. The same way I was bundled from Asaba to Abuja on land. In a very risky road. Without any form of petition written to say this is what your offense is. Even when they later manufactured an offense and said this is what I committed, the person who they are saying sent them said, I did not send anybody to arrest anybody. That was how myself I was arrested. Any voice that speaks up against injustice, this is what happens to them in Nigeria. And you keep quiet, you say, I beg, you not concern me, I don't want any trouble. The injustice is meted out against your people will get to you. It is just a question of when, not how, because we don't know how it usually happens. I don't know how mine happened. I had just woken up on a Sunday morning and I heard a knock on my door. Innocently, because I don't have any quarrel with anybody, I went to open my door and boom, they snatched my phone as I was holding it in my hand, took the other phones. The next place I could see myself was in handcuffs on my way to Abuja. What did I do? When you get there, you know what you did. Abuja. And they took me to the first criminal investigation department, FCID, Abuja, and locked me up there. So when I'm calling for the release of your brother and my brother and our brother, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, it is because I have also personally suffered the same thing. And I know how it feels. So they took away my mobile phones. They said they want to do forensic analysis of it. Probably they can find a crime to pin on me. They took the phone so that they can look for something to pin on me. Not that they found something and they arrested me. They want to look for something they can use as an excuse for arresting me. Because they needed an excuse to have arrested me. They don't have one. So the excuse now is that let them do forensic analysis of my phones so that they can get something at least to hang on to. This is the reality of the country where you live in. There are two kinds of justice system in this country. One for the rich, the other one for the poor. One for an Igbo man and the other one for other Nigerians. You think it's a joke? Our ancestors, who some people like to say, our ancestors not to know anything. They were illiterates. Illiterates, you say, because they could not speak English, right? Those illiterates so-called illiterates, because I don't call them illiterates. Those people you saw as illiterates, those your ancestors that you thought were very primitive, made the most sophisticated metallic artworks you can think of. Those that were excavated in Ibuku. Those your primitive ancestors made the stone tools that were discovered in Ugwele, in Okigwe, part of Abia State today. Those your primitive ancestors made things that you cannot think of making today. But that's not where I'm driving at. I want to tell you that those your primitive ancestors had a very sound judicial system where they dispensed criminal justice. They had a criminal justice system that was very sound. Let me give you an instance. If a man goes to another man's farm to harvest his yam and they catch him for stealing and they arrest him, or the person whose yam was stolen reports him to Omonna, a meeting is convened that so person has been reported for theft. He is summoned and they give him, who stole somebody's yam, fair hearing. He will have his fair hearing. He will tell them whether he stole the yam or not. They will constitute a jury of 4 or 5 people and tell them to go and do investigation. I'm talking about your primitive ancestors. So those who you say are not educated, they are primitive. They are the people I'm teaching you about now. Those your primitive ancestors will now set up a panel to go and do preliminary investigation and come out with their findings and then suggest punishment. We call it Ijume in my place. The white man looked at it and called it organized anarchy. These people go and do investigation and then come to suggest judgments to the leadership of Omona, and then that judgment is passed. If judgment is that the person who stole yam should repay the amount meant for that yam, he will repay it. They will fine him as a punitive measure so that he will not do it next time. And then they will now ask for reconciliation. Before ever mentioning reconciliation, they have made sure that justice was served. Those were our ancestors. Now we live in an age where somebody will steal somebody's yam. Instead of chiding the person who stole yam, you will go to the person whose yam was stolen to say, it's okay now, not be ordinary yam. I beg, Joe, let there be peace. Is it not yam? If it's yam, let me give you the money. That way, the thief is emboldened. Somebody steals public funds, shares a few crumbs from it to his people, and the person starts defending him on social media and every other place. If you talk about it, say, hey, I beg, not be only in Dundee government. If he's stealing, let him steal. After all, other people have stolen, let him steal. You see them defending injustice up and down. You see their brother being held unjustly and they say, I beg, not be my brother. Now my mama they insult, not be me. If to say na me, you go see what I go do. Now my brother they talk, not be me they talk. Igbo asị na ọnụnụbe nwanne agba n'ọsọ. Ọnụnụbe nwanne mere gịnị? Ya agba n'ọsọ. Wọbụ mimi anya akwame. Nwene ozula ebue. Umunu ububo ada ekwe ka ububo daluani. In case you're just seeing this video, I'm encouraging you to please give us a thumbs up. Help us to make this video rank well on search engines so that more people can come and watch it. Mind you, you are doing this to help us send this message across to our brothers and sisters that we should come together. Maka na anyo kwa nwa mmiri na ofu etiti ogbo ofofo. Ọkụkụ shie nnekpu ufu atugbu ewe. Ọkụkụ shie nnekpu ufu atugbu ewe. Let's all come together. Let's all come together for our own good. For the good of Igbo land. In case you're just coming across this video, please give us a thumbs up. Share this video to your audience. Today we are looking at the call by Omoyele Sowore for every Igbo person to put aside their differences just as he has also put aside his own differences to join the call for the release of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, and he has said that he is willing to lead this march to Aso Rock in Abuja to say, set this young man free, set this young man free. Court has already set him free. If you set him free, you are not doing him a favor. You are only carrying out court judgment. You are only implementing court judgment. I know some people have said, if they are setting free, there will now be trouble everywhere. Just like they said that a certain governor in the southeast who did not win election, who is now doing a second term, who came out fourth, but later found himself to be first. You already know who I'm talking about. I had said that if there is him, he may not be able to go back for a second term. Now you are wrapping up your second term. Your brother is still in detention. Political immunity as a governor comes to an end when your tenure expires as well. I wish you all the best in whatever you wish yourself or whatever you choose to do with your life after governance. Because this political office that people pride with and also use it to intimidate others is tenured. It will come to an end. It is not a lifetime position that once you have gotten it, it is not kingship. Even kingships come to an end by death or by removal, because what we have these days is removal. If the president doesn't like you, he removes you. If the daughter of the president also doesn't like you, she will push for your removal. Yes. So General Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the way he's leading the country, in case you don't know, you who is going back into your shell, you are not safe. I don't think I made a mistake by calling him a general. Yes, he's leading us like a general. Undemocratically. Removing a governor who was elected by his people. You see a council chairman denying an elected councillor their salary and entitlement for entire duration of their tenure. And I think the councillor has that money or is the owner of the money. You have just deprived a constituent or a constituency of their own allocation. The same thing you saw in Kogi State, where Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan was removed for a period of time. Her allocations and entitlements also removed. It is not for her. What she could have gotten to do projects in her constituency has also been removed. And we are in a democracy. How many military men did more than this or did worse than this? It is not a democracy. We should stop fooling ourselves that we are in a democracy. We are not in any kind of democracy at all. We are not. If we are in a democracy and court says, set this young man free, what will be holding you back? Let me understand. If truly we are in a democracy and court says, set this man free, let him go, what will now make you to hold the young man back? So, I'm hoping that this serves as a wake-up call to us as Ndi Igbo. Let it be a challenge to us that somebody who is not an Onyi Igbo is the one pushing our agenda for us. Is the one saying, no, enough is enough. I'm willing to go and do this. If you are an Igbo person, join me. You will also see the way I positioned the tail of my cap to let you know that I am in for a very serious discussion, for a very serious talk. So please, if you're seeing this video, share it to your audience, engage with it. Let us know what you think. If there's a question you want to ask, if there's a correction you want to make, I will see your comment here and I will respond to it. Together, like my brother Danny Boy is saying here, we can do better. There is strength in number. If we're weak, let it not be that a Yoruba man will come out that day and it will just be 20 people behind him, or 10 or 5, or even none. I've seen him doing solo protests. He has been doing so since 1998 or 99. Let it be that when he comes out, an army of followers will be behind him. And in that midst, we should be able to see leaders. Because if the people you are leading are saying, this is what we want, and you, who is leading them, is saying this is what you want, it means you have not been leading yours. You have been representing yourself. If you have been representing us, whatever we say we want, you want it. So if you are somebody who, when your people say, we are going to Abuja on so dates to go and demand for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, and you say you are not going, you are not representing us. You are representing yourself. So all the senators in Abuja from an Igbo, when I mean an Igbo, I'm not referring to the 5 southeastern states. I am not from the southeastern states, but I am an Igbo man, completely an Igbo man from Delta State, from Enuani. That is why you see my name as proudly Enuani Cultural Forum. Because the western part of Igbo land is also an Igbo heartland or homeland. So, if you are representing us, just like I don't need to say much about how well the senator representing Delta North Senatorial District, distinguished Senator Ned Nwoko, has flown or carried the Igbo flag. So I am not saying he should go. He already knows he has to be there. He has to be there. He doesn't need to be told. Same thing goes for all the House of Reps members. The one representing Eka, Honorable Nwokolo, the one representing Ndokwa, my own brother, Honorable Nnamdi Ezechi, and the one representing us here in Anyocho Shumili Federal Constituency, Honorable Ngozi Okolie. These 3 men representing Delta North should know that it is not a choice for them to go to Abuja. It is something they have to do, to say, set this young man free, he is our brother, and trust him to any of the trusted politicians to say, whenever he is needed, provide him, but set him free to go and get medical care. Let it not be that it is Omoyele Sowore who will do this alone. Let him join us. Makana bi fele eme kwejekpo akwa. Bi fele eme kwejekpo akwa. Please share this video to your audience and give us a thumbs up. We have about 36 people actively watching. At the time, we had up to 100 and something people watching the video. And the number of likes we have here is just around 7. It is very poor. I know it is in our nature to say, okay, Basani, what's my business? I am not from Abia State. I am not related to Nnamdi Kanu, but I have suffered the kind of pain he is suffering. Thank you so much, my brother, Big Chef. So, I have suffered the kind of injustice he is suffering. Not even a long time ago. It was on the 4th of May that I woke up on a Sunday morning and somebody knocked on my door. I opened it, boom, they snatched my phone. I have not seen those phones till today. Not an armed robber. A man dressed in mufti, but from the FCID. He didn't come alone. They came with a special vehicle to come and pick me up. Without any petition before arresting me, without any petition after arresting me, not charging me to any court. I was unjustly detained. And their motive was to get my phones from me. They are still running forensic analysis of these phones since May, 4th of May, April down, May, they took it in May, June, July, August, September. We are now in October. That was 5 months ago. I was only released because the excuse they could muster that they used to arrest me did not come true. The person they banked on to use as excuse because the person was not in the country, the person still found a way to write a letter to say, no, I did not authorize his arrest. And even went as far as coming down to say, no, I did not authorize his arrest. I have no business in his arrest. That was what set me free. Otherwise, I would have still been behind bars because their plan was to keep me there perpetually. despite my community standing tall and strong for me. To let you know how strong my community stood, they brought me food there 2 times every day. And when I mean food, I mean better food, protein, enough to feed me and all the people in that my cell. Every blessed day they did so. And while I was in detention, I met, I don't know if I will get the number correctly now, but about 47 inmates, cellmates I should say, because they were not convicted, who were arrested from Uromi based on the arson that happened where they said some people were caught as headsmen and then they were set ablaze. So the police raided Uromi and arrested people randomly and dumped them in that place. And I met them. So as my people were coming to see me, they were asking me, how manage? What kind of person are you? Are you a prince? I said, no. Are you a king? I said, no. So why are they bringing food for you like this from your community? I said, because we have a community development association in Abuja, and this is just Abuja branch bringing food for me and coming to check up on me until and they have also secured legal services for me to see that I get bail. And they said, wow. There are 47 from Uromi. Not one man from Uromi has come to look after them or to ask where are they. Everybody ran away. Their fate was in God's hands. Every day they will be doing prayer. Some of them were pastors who were going to church. It was a Sunday morning and they arrested them. So I know what it feels like to get arrested and you get support. I got all kinds of support. I've never seen that from a community that somebody else from before. So my community stood by me, secured bail for me, put me in a hotel. If you would know Chelsea Hotel, just close to FCID, that's where they put me. I stayed there for up to 3 nights. Encouraged me, made sure I was not broken, got me new clothes, booked a flight for me, hosted a reception for me when I got back to the village. That is the Igbo spirit. And that is what I want to be done for Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. People did it for me. So I want you people to gather together to do it for our brother as well. My community did it for me. The people who sent money for them to take care of my welfare, some of them, I've never met them in my life. They just feel this young man is a truthful person. We have known him for a long time. This is who he is. He is not supposed to suffer unjustly. And then they took my matter up. As we speak now, the matter is in court. My phones are still at FCID, Abuja. All my websites that I registered, my books, everything is in the phone. So I know what it feels like to be arrested unjustly and held unjustly and denied access to even food. Food. If not that my people were coming in their full strength and number, I would have been eating once a day because that is the allocation that is allowed for people in that place. And sometimes they will not bring that food for 2 days. That is the condition, if not worse, that our brother is in. Because I was with people. And he has also confessed that he is not with people. He is in solitary confinement. That gives mental torture. If the person is not mentally strong, the person will break down and die of a natural cause. So that the person, they will tell you that was how Awolowo died. Because they have broken that person mentally. When these people feel they do not have support anymore, they begin to break down. So we have to rally support for our brother. I have dissected this matter very well, and I feel the ear that listens is not this one, it is far inside. Make use of it. Oh, a Japanese person. How did you come to my page? Do you understand English? So please, Umunem Bikoni, I'm pleading with you to please lend your voice to the freedom of our brother Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Support our channel as well. What we are doing is massive. It is also costs us a lot to manage. So please support our work financially, morally, and in any way else that you can. Share our videos to your audience. Encourage us with your comments. Anything you can do to support our work, do so. If it's convenient for you, thank you so much, my brother Stanley Okbozo. Thank you, Dalo. So, if it's convenient for you, whenever it is scheduled that we as Igbo people would march to Abuja to say, set Nnamdi Kanu, even if it's not convenient for you, if we start waiting for when it is convenient, it may never be convenient. While you wait for conditions, people create conditions for themselves. Let us all march to say, bring this man out, set him free. He has not done anything that your brothers in Kaduna have not done. People taking up arms against the government, against the state, and the state goes to negotiate and beg them. You say, okay, he is inciting violence. Well, he used his mouth to incite violence. These people are not inciting violence. They are bringing violence to the community, and people are being chased away from their ancestral homeland, and you go to negotiate with them. What is stopping you from using that same approach? Oh, I forgot. He's an Igbo man. He is not qualified to be heard. And then somebody who is carrying out this level of injustice will fool himself to come and tell me that we are the same South. We should support his presidency because Hausa people are trying to take it away. Let them take it away. You have nothing at all that is of use to us. You have no benefits to us at all. Please, Umunemundi Igbo. Ejimogene Ariono. Kai no di no fu. Kai nwa wa meri no fu etiti ka ogbo na ayo popo. Kai welu uche taya ba akala kai takudo nnu. Biko ni. Wobu mekwu ni anya akwame o. Ngado ye ko ti aka. Oye bu aka n'isi okwame enue. Mmadụ ade bu aka n'isi akwa enu oyo ozo. Let us look inwards and let us support each other. Let us support our brother, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. I have been incarcerated myself for simply preaching this news of Monye Kimi Ibeya. For simply preaching the truth of this is our culture and it has to be followed. This is our culture. It has to be respected. I have been arrested as well, detained and abandoned. But my people, my community said, no, you will not arrest him and leave him in Abuja. In fact, he will not sleep there. And they mobilized to Abuja, secured my release, booked a flight for me, Aero. And I flew Aero from Abuja to Asaba. I spent more than 10 hours from Asaba to Abuja on land. I came back from Abuja to Asaba in less than 45 minutes. When I got down to Asaba, there were more than 30 vehicles lined up to carry me home to my hometown. When we got to my hometown in convoy, they carried me on the shoulder. I will share the video here. Just that this matter is in court and I decided not to say too much about it. I have also been arrested, detained for days. Mine was days, just a little over a week. Now, our brother has been in active detention for more than 4 years. People have moved on as if he doesn't exist. If you talk anything, they'll say, is it not these ones that are causing violence in Igbo land? I don't know which state you are living in. The people causing violence in that state where you live in, government goes to that their forest to go and negotiate with them. Yes, you heard me right. I said the people causing violence in Abuja were in broad daylight on a Monday. The estate where our sister Somtochukwu was living in was attacked, and there was active robbery going on for hours until she decided to jump to safety, and then we heard that she didn't make it. That was in Abuja. The people bringing that violence to them in Abuja, they go to negotiate with them. But the one who put on camera and preach the freedom of Igbo people, he should not be negotiated with. In fact, he should face fire squad, just like many of them have faced fire squad. And you, who is supporting this evil, you think you are wise, or you think maybe na my brother that they do, not be me. It will soon reach your turn. That one is certain. Don't say God forbid. It will soon get to your turn. Very, very soon it will get to your turn. Yes. In case you're just joining us, please, I want to encourage you to share this video to your audience. Give us a thumbs up. When you give us a thumbs up, let me explain what it means. It means YouTube algorithm sees this video as valuable and promotes it on the platform so that more people can see it. If you have not also subscribed to the channel, please subscribe so that you will see other videos that we have shared in the past. Oya na nwanne keme mmọnwụ. Ka ọ dị anị nwunye m mma, ka ọ dị anị mmewa mma. Ọ dị anị onye ukwu mma, ọ dị anị onye nta. The injustice you are seeing that is being perpetrated against Ndi Igbo started small, and I have narrated it here earlier, that in 1999, when Obasanjo won election, it was very easy for them to make Chuba Okadigbo the Senate president. After a while, Obasanjo saw that these people, they are not so very strong. Oh. If I remove one and put another, nothing will happen. Oh. One Okadigbo died. We had Senate presidents like Ken Nnamani. We had Adolphus Wabara. All these are Igbo people. They are Igbo people. So, now, we were thinking that Senate presidency was our birthright. If they take president advice, they will give us Senate president. Now, we have an Agama lizard as the Senate president. We have a Senate president of oh yes, say I, say nay. That's what we have now. They have now completely actively booted us out from the presidency, vice presidency, Senate presidency, Speaker of House of Rep. We are not even the chief judge. What do we now have as a stake in Nigeria to say we want to die for this nation? We have to be patriotic. We are not included in Nigeria. It's not Nnamdi Kanu alone that is talking about it. He may be the voice speaking it. We all know that what he is saying is the truth. You have excluded us. It is audible to the deaf and visible to the blind that we have been excluded from this place called Nigeria. So the natural thing to do is let us go, or you include us. Because the union is not favoring us. It has never favored us. To put it in perspective, it was Alex Ekwueme that was the last time we came close to that presidency. That was in 1982 or thereabout. From 1982 to now, you can now do the math to see how many years ago we are talking about 43 years. That's the last time an Igbo person came close. And then you want us to just smile as if everything is all right. No problem, as long as I'm doing my business. We have tried that before. We said, let them go with their government. We don't need the government. An Igbo man doesn't need the government to become anything. We will do our business. We started doing our business. That same government is demolishing businesses owned by Ndi Igbo in Lagos State. Some of them will say, after all, it's a business location. They will ask question before they build now. People know they do like that. If you ask question before you build there, that's a business location. What about the estates? Those ones are also business locations, Abi. Somebody just came and started developing an estate. He didn't get approval from anywhere. He didn't buy the land from someone. You sold this land, collected the money and used it for your own purpose. Probably used it to host parties as a true Yoruba man. You collected the bed as a Omoyele. Use the money as well to maybe chase prostitutes and live all kinds of fake life. After that, after doing all this, you now realize that that land, that land is supposed to be a water course. So, hey, I forgot. What do you do? What is the right thing to do? Is it not to reimburse these people the monies they have spent? You just wake up one morning, you come with bulldozer and demolish it. Why? Because it belongs to Igbo people. It should be demolished. After all, it's not for our indigenes. It's for these people we have been telling to go. They don't want to go. Yeah? We have been telling them to go back to their homeland. They don't want to go. You demolish it. No problem. But you go around the world telling them to come to Nigeria and invest. What kind of mad foreign investor will come to your country to invest when you are demolishing the investments of your own people without adequate compensation? And they are crying every day on social media and they are posting the videos. You think investors don't do feasibility study? You think they just wake up and carry their money and run to another country to go and do investment? Electricity you don't have. Security you don't have. Security of lives and property you don't have. Investment of that person, how will that investment be secure in your country? You should just stop wasting public funds to say we are going to attract foreign investment. The best way to attract foreign investment is to support your indigenous entrepreneurs to stand, so that when other entrepreneurs around the world see them thriving, they will want to come to your country and invest. But when you are trying to suppress the entrepreneurial people of your country, which is obviously the Igbo people, when you try to suppress them, do everything you can to make sure they are reduced to zero, no serious-minded foreign investor will come to your country. That is how it is. In case you're just joining us, please give us a thumbs up, share this video to your audience. This is Enuani Cultural Forum. And today, we talked about the support of our brother, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. The support he's getting from a Yoruba man, Omoyele Sowore. And I'm asking you as an Igbo person, how well have you supported him? Let this be a wake-up call to you. 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 To wake up. Wake up and support your brother. Wake up and support your brother. Let this be a wake-up call. Let this be a wake-up call. People are waiting. The world is watching. Even the government is watching. They are watching to see how it will be the day he decides to march. If those Igbo people will want to march with them. We love to be independent. We cherish our own independence. Now is the time to come together in unity to say, this is what we want. The way they treat Nnamdi Kanu is the way, divided by 5. That's how they will treat you. If they are treating him bad, times it by 10. That's how they will treat you. They even have small fear that he has people backing him. He's hostile. Are you hostile? Do you have people backing you? No, you don't have. And you have businesses in Abuja. You feel you shouldn't talk. After all, you have business interests in Lagos. Well, no problem. Good luck in Lagos. Good luck in Lagos. Good luck in Abuja. Good luck in Port Harcourt. Good luck in everywhere you are. But know this. Whatever gets to your brother will soon get to you. It's as simple as it is. It's just a law of nature. When they are chasing Jews, they will not say, oh, these ones are the Jews in Israel, but these are the ones in America. They were chasing the Jews. They were chasing the Jews. Anti-Semitism happened all over the world. Ibophobia happens every part of the world. Except the Americans who have realized that Igbos are ingenious and they are giving them a pride of place. Thank you so much for watching this live broadcast. I'm encouraging you to please subscribe to our channel, share this video to your audience, find other videos that are interested on our platform, watch and share. Until I see you and come your way next time, thank you so much for your support. Do have a very pleasant day. Thank you. I appreciate you. The other